Hello, welcome to Issues and Society podcast by 71 Media. Here we talk about any and everything. There is no limit to what we can talk about. The foolish topics, the controversial topics ranging from politics, sports, entertainment, celebrity juices. We are here to give all to you. This is the maiden edition and we promise to wow you. My name is Coco and with me I have a very delectable, beautiful, anything you can think of. We have Vanny Bloom here with us. Vanny Bloom, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. I feel super excited to be the guest on the maiden edition of Issues and Society by 71 Media. And like she said earlier, we hope to wow you.
Yeah, we
So
promise
yeah,
to do that.
exactly. So what are we talking about today?
Okay, today we are going to be treating a very interesting topic.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about the stigmatization of 30 plus single women
Okay.
in our society now. There's this social stigma that goes with being 30 plus and being single.
And being
Peop-
unmarried.
and being unmarried. People attribute it to a lot of things that do not make sense.
Mhm.
They either think you were prostituting during your 20s, or you must have some bad characters, or village people are after you. So, and it's not right because a whole lot of things could contribute to being single. And why must there be a benchmark for where you can be single or where you cannot be single? So we want to talk about it. We want to let ladies that are within this age bracket know that they shouldn't feel some type of way. The society should not decide.
Box you.
Yeah, they shouldn't decide when you get married and when you don't get married. So let's hear your thoughts. What do you have for us?
Okay, firstly, I'm an ardent believer of life has no protocols, but
Exactly.
protocols will be no miracles.
Mhm.
So when I see people coming out to tell you that, oh, you're not married, you're this, you're that, and I'm like, hello, life is happening for different people.
Exactly.
You could be married in your 20s and be divorced in your 30s. You could be married in your 30s and have like your life together. You could be married in your 30s and be divorced in your 30s. You could be married in your 40s and be divorced in your 40s. The most important thing is, why do you want to get married?
Okay.
Are you getting married for the right reasons? Are you getting married for selfish reasons? Are you getting married because the society wants you to get married? Are you getting married because you feel like you've been paying Ashebi for all your friends and it's time for them to come and gather and pay you back?
Okay.
Because some people now will tell you that
That's
I've
all.
been paying different Ashebi, and these days Ashebi has been ridiculously expensive. So when you have like 10 friends and you've done that, you now be like, okay, when will these people come and do my house so I can cash out and
Exactly.
chop money? So people really get married for like different reasons. However, and one of the most frustrating parts is the fact that when you want to rent a house, they will tell you that because you are not married,
I heard that
they are
stuff.
not giving you
The
house.
first time I heard
It
that,
can be
I
very
thought it was a joke. The first
It
time
has
I heard
happened
it,
to my
but
friend
different
and I.
people were talking, and I'm like, "Are you for real?"
We had to go and rent husband. We lied that she
Oh my
was.
God.
We know,
Now this is
seriously,
interesting.
yes, we had to buy a ring. We lied that her husband is in Lagos and
Wow.
she's here in Abuja, and the husband will be coming from time to time to check up on her. That's the only way.
What could be the
To
reason?
get
What
help.
could be the reason
Because
behind
they
such?
feel like some ladies might not be able to finance themselves because of this,
Wow.
like it still goes back to stigmatization of the society. They feel like, okay, some of you might not be working, most ladies depend on men, that's what
And
they
yeah,
think.
something that
And
single ladies are wayward.
Are wayward, different men
Different
will
men
come,
trooping into
different kind of, so I see some people, if you put their brain, there's nothing there. And I used to feel like the cloud on top of some people's head is hard drugs because they always behave high. Like, how will you tell me now that I have money to pay? You're telling me that because I'm not
No,
married,
it doesn't make sense.
because I don't have a man, I cannot live in a house. I should go and live under the bridge with my family members. I should put my pot in one side of Lube Bridge. I should be because I'm not married, or
That's
because
crazy.
I'm not married, I'm a stupid person. No, it just goes to tell you that the society will always be society, but you should always do you. Because at the end of the day, once it's 12 midnight, it's not that deep. Nobody cares about you. Do you understand?
Exactly.
It's really not that deep. So if you go and get married because people want a wedding where they can come and make noise, anyone that's going to be in that marriage,
They will
and
come for the
they-
wedding, they will leave you in the
they will
marriage
leave
alone.
by the grace of God for that night to your tent to Israel. Do you
Exactly.
understand what I mean? So it's just what it is.
Okay, so let's look at a very interesting case study. Ufai father
Yeah.
got married last week,
Okay.
and there was social media ruckus on
Ooh.
how, first off, the Cole family of the Cole family of Victoria Island really make a press release a letter-headed family press release
That they
that they do
know
not
her.
know her, they don't know what is going on and all that. So, see, first date question: does your family have letter-headed kidney? Because I don't have strength. What more we are saying?
Like
What
later headed paper.
do you get?
Okay.
So now everybody's like, she's 38, the
She's
guy
not
is
married.
30. Some people are coming out to say
I don't
she's
know.
not even up to
She's not
38.
33, she's 33.
And the guy is 30 and all that and all that. And you see vile comments. You see people saying all sort of things. I have some tweets here with me where okay, let's see. One Mr. Thomas Bright on Twitter said, a
Okay.
30-year-old man at his peak value to settle for a 38-year-old woman after wasting all her peak value on different men is crazy. My sons won't settle for less. The family did the right thing.
I don't understand what you mean by that. You know, I said something earlier. I said the cloud in some people's head is pure cocaine. There's nothing in their brain.
Because what do you
Peak-
mean?
Do you understand? Like you don't
Peak.
know this person. See, I
The
should
only
say
peak I
that
know is peak milk.
a lot of people from Twitter are from very unfortunate homes and they don't know how to unleash their dragon. So they are always angry, waiting for the
Exactly.
bandwagon so that they can bash you because there's nothing happening for them in their lives. So when they see a topic, they bring out that vileness of how empty their lives are. Nobody loved them from childhood, because if you were loved from childhood,
Exactly.
you would understand that life hits different people. Some people have gotten to a point where they were about to get married in their lives and stuff happened
Yeah.
and everybody. Some people did not get married because of genotype.
Yes.
Some people did not get
Yes,
married
and that's
because
very
they are
prevailing.
very
Genotype reason.
unfortunate with people. I've seen people that are very good. It's not about bad character now.
Okay.
But they just have never met. Maybe it's in their destiny. There's some people when we say you go see them on a normal day. Normal people, the kind of guys that will be worshiping them, you feel like, he passed this you. And yes, I'm just trying to tell you, not like I'm belittling anybody
Yeah,
or
yeah,
looking
I
down
get
on
you.
anybody. It's just life. Like I said earlier, life has no protocols. Like when somebody would die, it's not the same time somebody would die. That's not the same time somebody would if they give birth to you and somebody on the same day doesn't mean
Yeah.
people die. Like
Exactly.
life happens for different people. So people are not fortunate in love. So people have gotten there and they were betrayed and backstabbed. Now you don't know anything about this. You're now come to say one person did what. Plus, I'm sorry to say, that boy even looks older than Wofi. She looks way younger.
I thought so. I'm like,
She looks
does
way younger
this
than
family,
him.
do they know their son's age?
Apart from the fact that they might not even know that, okay, let's even assume
Because-
that they know their son's age. Let's even assume that they know their son's age. Let's even say they know their son's age. But to be very honest, I have not heard of the Cole family. It was Wofi that made me know about the Cole family.
And
Wofi is a hard worker. She put in lots of
she was
work
one
to
of
her
the
brand.
very few female skit makers
Maker,
in the
one of the
entertainment
very
industry.
first.
Then she went
had
ahead to open a
her
restaurant.
restaurant. Then she works in super sports.
This lady
I'm not
practically
joking.
built herself her brand.
Do you understand?
And you reduce her to just.
Do you
And I
understand?
think the whole 38-year-old thing was on purpose by the family
Just so
to
that
ridicule
they
her, yeah, to
rile
set her
people
exactly
up. You know
to
this thing,
set her up
yeah.
for drags.
Yes.
Because I mean, where did they get the 38? Who told them she was 38 years?
38 years and I wanted to
And
say something.
I also heard that the mother-in-law was present. The groom's
Apparently,
twin sister
was
is in support of
support
it. So I think this
It
is
just shows to tell you
This
that
is the
there
father,
is a lot
yeah.
of things that happen
That even
behind the
from-
scenes that we don't know
it
about.
it also goes ahead to tell us that the so-called Coles family is not the next best thing after plantain. It means they have their own issues.
I'm
Yes,
telling you.
because it means they have their own
I'm
issue, because the mother-in-law is in support, the father-in-law is not in support, the father and the mother have been divorced for so many years.
Yes.
They couldn't come to a consensus to say, okay, are we
Let's
going
go
on
and
with this
do
marriage or
understand.
not? The mother and the family went. I mean,
See,
I think they indirectly set their own family up for drugs.
apart from that self, see, let me do whenever like I say, whenever you bring your matter to social media, you get
We are
lot
all
of
involved,
unfortunate
yes.
people. Of course, we get online in-laws, we get online extended family members, we get different people that their lives are not perfect. See, all our lives are like just like smoke screen.
Exactly.
You know the start saying where they say now who then catch the thief.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like in situationships that they don't even want their enemies to be in, but they are in that situationship, but they are the loudest on social media. You coming out to come and tell us that my son when she was in a peak following different men. following different men. The boy doesn't he have different
Didn't he follow
people?
different women?
He didn't follow different. Oh, he was celibate. So I said that's why I said the dust on some people's head is pure coke.
Let me-
That thing you see on
Let
the
me
cloud.
digress a little. There was this tweet I saw last week that said church has become the backup for
Retirement
plan.
for
Thank you
hoes.
for hoes. And somebody was like, so the men that slept with them, what happened to
They
them?
were supposed to clap for them because they will come and tell you. Do you know what they will come and tell you?
A lady that is living her life is called a hoe. A guy that is living his life, they'll tell you he needs the whole face to build as a man.
They'll tell you a key that can open several padlocks.
And a padlock that several keys.
The padlock that several
God.
keys can open is
The names, the derogatory names they
use.
use for women. The
See,
derogatory names they use
let me
for
tell you,
women.
I'm used to it.
Somebody
I'm used to men saying that. You know what I'm used to?
somebody
I'm used to men saying
somebody
that.
on Naira Land referred to women as fossils. He said, why would a sane man with options marry a 40-year-old fossil with 5 years of fertility left?
5 years of fertility. Do you know that most of them are? Anyway, let me not say what I want.
Do you even know if you are potent as a man? Do you even know that are you sure you are not firing blanks?
Apart from people firing.
Because why are you so sure that a 30+ woman will have issues with fertility?
Like, do you understand?
Because that's what any small thing they always say you are menopause and all that.
It still boils down to people. It still boils down to me telling you that life has some protocols. You see some people in their early 20s, they can't give birth. You see some people in their 50s. If you touch them like this, before you know they are pregnant.
Yes.
Like, do you understand? How do you come to people with their biological clock? Like, I see you, like, when you come for somebody with their biological clock, you're unfortunate, you are not loved at home,
It has to be
you are
that.
sad, above all you go to hellfire, you're a devil. Because if you're not a devil, you will not just look at people and look. No, seriously, because we have to be very careful what we say to people. It's not just about sweets.
Exactly.
So people had like a very terrible life. Like, life has just
growing up was
not
crazy.
been nice.
Growing up was
Do you
crazy for
understand?
many
So
people.
imagine that you've been trying to even get pregnant. Let's say you are not even aware what time. Because like I said, life has a protocol. Some people that will do abortion
10,
and
20.
they will still have children.
One.
Somebody will not
they get pregnant.
anything. And that's to tell you that life has no protocol. So if you're going to come from a place where you don't know people, you don't know their struggle, because you bought cheap data, 2.5 gig for 2 days, 600 naira, you come on Twitter, you come on Naira Land, you come on social media to come and say something that we know absolutely nothing about, because this Wofi story is deeper than what we know. They only fed us what we know. A lot of things probably happened behind the scene, but because your mouth is Abido Shaker, you feel like you are the one that God gave wisdom.
Oh God.
And you can just
Shout
say
out
whatever.
for the
Do you understand? Shout out to you, because that Abido Shaker, I really like that song. So now you now feel like, okay, I can have like an opinion, like a very strong, wicked, authoritative opinion about people that you know absolutely nothing about. These days, I'm used to it. I'm used to the fact that people talk down on women a lot. Let me tell you, when you're fighting with a man in public, the first thing he says to you,
that's once especially when you're making points.
they don't have anything to tell you. That's the only thing they have. Do you know why? Because they patronize them, they see them, they know how they are, so they expect that everybody that
if you are quick to call a woman a shawo,
it's because you patronize
you are a very good customer.
Yes, you patronize them, you talk to them, you patronize them. That's why you see, because for you to call something, that means you've seen the behavior.
You're fighting with a woman, they call her a shawo. You see a successful young woman, you call her a shawo. A woman doing well in her career, you call her a shawo. A woman doing her business and making money, you call. When does it end?
A woman with sickness that's about to die, or is it because she was
because
her life?
When does it end?
You that were patronizing these people, what does that make you? Like, I don't know. Well, it is just what it is. Like I said. There's this thing I used to say, and I'm going to say it as controversial as it might be. I'm still going to say, because this is my thought process.
We don't have limits. Remember, we told you we do not have limits
about it. Men used to shout about DNA. See, if men
were this topic today.
See, if men were the ones, so let me just say this thing. If men were the ones that had the reproductive organ.
Mm.
One child will have 5 mothers. You get 20% for Cynthia,
20% from Kiru,
30% from Kiru. Just
another
one child.
20% for Tolu.
Just one child.
Just one child.
While I do not support, I'm still going to say that
They
I do
will
not
tell
support
you,
paternity
they'll
fraud.
come with this
I don't
stupid
support
narrative.
paternity
They'll
fraud.
come with this stupid narrative that men are polygamous in nature. I don't know the idiots. Sorry.
No.
I don't know who started that narrative.
Let me tell you, I'm sorry to say, I'm going to still say another controversial thing that put me in trouble, but it's still my thought process. Feel free to bash me if you like. See, I feel like some customs and tradition where some drunk men with big tummy that went on that mango tree.
After
Absolutely,
drinking
how
palm
can
wine,
we
yes.
frustrate women? How can we make ourselves so good? How can we be so happy? Now we have good men, though. Like I was going to say something the other time. I do not support paternity fraud.
Yeah.
Not because of the man, but because every human being in this life need to know their ancestral roots.
Exactly.
That's what makes you.
It doesn't just
That's what
break
gives
the
you
man.
life.
It also has its effects on the
Do you
children.
understand?
So, yeah.
I saw a very funny tweet that said, if you tell me that you are polygamous in nature, me too, I will be generous with giving you other people's children. We'll be mad together.
That's
But
gross.
I do not support that. It's for the child, not for the man.
Yeah, for the sake of the child.
For the sake of the child, because every child needs to know their ancestral roots. I feel like you connecting to your roots is very important. Not you, not you thinking that you are in this root when your root is deeper. It has a way of, shaping your life and your destiny to who you are. Do you understand? When you're legitly with the people that form it, except for naturality. If naturality happens, like maybe your parents died, or maybe someone kidnapped you and you had to grow in a different family. But that one of your parents deliberately decided to shut you out of the knowledge you could have had about who you are is actually very wicked.
Yeah.
But if men were the ones that had the reproductive organ of birthing a child, one child will have 10 mothers. You see, 15% is for this person, 20% is for that person, 70%
Oh, God.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it is just what it is. So when I see men child DNA so much, see, a man is so funny. Men are so funny that a man can take a woman to the club and tell her that he wants to go and pee. He just finished chasing
Another lady.
somebody.
Another
The
lady.
moment he's coming out and you see another guy talking to that guy, hey, king of the jungle, lion. Lion. So I used to say, wait, is orgasm good for one gender? It's not good for the other gender. You're just a joke.
Let's take this tweet. So,
Okay.
a tweet from Can of Cans on
Okay.
Twitter said, "We really need to dodge this narrative that any lady above 30 and unmarried automatically live a promiscuous life. That is a blanket statement. Too many factors play out here. Long-term committed relationships that didn't lead to marriage. Some are career-focused. So rejection of suitors by family members too. Then another blanket statement he said is, being unmarried at 30 means you have a bad character. He said it's utmost bullshit, and I agree. Marriage is not a reward for good character.
Not just utmost bullshit, utmost level of maximum bullshit. Something like that.
Marriage is not a reward for good character. There are so many terrible, evil, and narcissistic wives.
Of
I agree
course.
with that.
Yes.
We need to dodge this narrative.
Yes.
We really need to dodge, because, and I think it should start from talking to the male children at their teenage age. I don't
You
know.
put too much focus on things.
Yes. Growing up as a woman, you are supposed to wash plate. You didn't wash plate. Is this what you would do in your husband's house? You are supposed to do this. Is this what you would do in your? I mean, were we created solely for the purpose of marriage?
Then where is the husband? The husband is in
streets.
Video games.
Are you seeing what's happening in the dating pool?
Do you understand?
Sons of Pharaoh, up and down.
Wicked, Satan begotten sons.
Oh.
Terrible children created after Satan's image. You be looking at them after Satan's split image. You be looking at them like, okay.
And the standards these men put
and of
for
course,
women.
and we also have some very wicked ladies too. Those ones that
daughters of Jezebel.
Those ones that look like Amstel water bottle. Oh, I'm not supposed to call it right. But those ones that look like, you know what I mean, they can be very evil too. But my own thing, what I have to say is that in this life, go for who matches your energy.
Yeah.
If you don't find anybody who matches your energy, it's okay for you to do you. Life is hard. Life is hard. People
I mean,
go
look at the
through
economy now.
diseases.
Eh?
People go through
Food stuff.
all that. Do you
Food stuff is
understand?
expensive.
Do you understand? Cost
Two
of
two
living
seed
want
of
to.
plantain is 1,000
I'm
naira.
telling you, cost of living want to.
And you are coming to disturb me about why I'm unmarried.
Do you
I mean,
understand? Then when you now get to, so you to go and meet someone that will be your peace, that person is the weapon fashion against you.
you'll be getting married or dating principalities and powers.
Power.
Please.
Do you understand?
On the
it's
flip
just-
side of this finance issue and this getting married, then would you advise, what would you say about people that go ahead to get married into a family, ladies that go ahead to get married into a family that does not like them, or does
One
not
thing
approve of
I'm
them?
going to tell you is that in this life, have money.
Mm,
Because
okay.
the person that you're about to commit your whole life to, sometimes they can change, things happen.
Definitely.
Especially for a gender that can tell you they are coming now and they can see another lady and leave you. Who will you report to? Yoruba will say, no, Yoruba, that's what I did Yoruba priest to say, they'll say, ìyàwó burúkú ṣe ni, àna burúkú ni kò ṣe ni, means to say, you can have a bad wife, but you see bad in-laws. You see in-laws that don't like
headache
you.
that comes with
Because
it.
when your husband starts, or your husband or wife start to misbehave, who do you report to?
Because this whole fight for your love thing, fight for in this Nigeria, fight
People
for your
change.
love.
People change.
I know
Love
what
change.
fight. The
These
only thing I'm
women-
fighting for now is how to make money.
Do you know that's why
Let me eat.
one of the reasons
And
why
be
lots of
satisfied.
people cannot leave the wickedness they face in their houses is where will I start from?
Yeah.
How will I take
the
my
fear of
children?
starting over again.
Finance plays. You see that thing they call finance.
Women,
it plays a major
please
role.
make your own money.
Do you understand?
Make your own money. Even as the man, you know, in our Igbo says Odogo is rolling up and down. So that he's giving you money for your bone straight and bone curve. Save.
Yes,
have a backup
money.
plan, especially when you're marrying into a family that did not approve of you. Your husband may love you so much to stand by you, but any small thing, we don't pray for
Anything
evil,
can happen.
but when anything happens, the family will be quick to turn on you. And trust me,
But
you don't
when
want
you
to
have
be there.
the money,
But when you have the resources,
you
get
have the
your
money.
lawyer, stay lawyered up, have your money.
When you are
Nobody will
building,
talk
when your
to
husband
you.
is building house, he's aware that you're building your house. He's directing.
Do you get? Nobody is coming
Do you
to print
understand?
letterheaded
Nobody's
kini
coming
for
to
you.
print.
Because when they print their own letterhead, you will post your own letterhead.
I'm telling you, you post your own letterhead.
Yes.
Of course, yes, you post your own letterhead. Letterhead paper will jam letterhead paper.
Oh
It
my
will
God.
turn to
Babes, for real. From once we start dating, and I see that this is going somewhere serious, and
It's
your mama
family.
don't they talk queer or this,
or your papa don't there.
I'm dusting my shoe.
Put it in your armpit
I can't-
also.
But lie, I don't have strength to fight for love. Of
You know,
all the
then
things to fight
Fight
for,
for in
I
this
cannot
life.
fight for love.
Anyway, you know, like I said earlier, like it's okay for us to say these things, but you know, life has a way of tickling our fancies, the things that we said we can't do. You just find out that you're bending protocols, but meanwhile, while you are taking those major decisions, let's make sure that
Babe,
you know.
wahala. Wahala, Tracy. Do you know it affects children too?
Of
There are some
course.
in-laws that would hate the lady and hate whatever seed comes out of her womb.
Yes, that when they go for family
When they go for family
they will
reunion,
love other
yes,
children
and you as a
from-
child, you will see your grandma treating your cousins better
Better
than
than-
the way they treat. I don't want to put. See, I look long term. It's not just you.
Not just
Yes,
you.
your husband may love you. I will stand with you between the heavens and the earth, between Onitsha and Abuja. I understand, but
That's why it's
the
very
children.
important. That's why it's very,
then
very
how long?
important for
How
you.
long?
Do you know? See, it's not. Do you know that I feel like life is not hard. As much as we cannot do without ourselves, I don't like hypocrisy, and that's why it's good for you to tell your children that you should be sensitive about people and how they interact with people.
Yeah.
The moment this is not about catching unnecessary witches and wizards like African.
But the moment you
moment you notice that somebody doesn't like my child,
Withdraw.
you might never see my child again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to, and like I used to say that all those things that our parents used to do, that you go to their friend's place, their friend would offer you food and they'll be whining, I don't eat. If you had an issue with that person,
Then don't
why
bring
did
the
I
child.
let
Yes.
us go there.
Yes.
If you know that you don't want me to eat in that person's house at all, why are you faking love? So your children at a very tender age, you know that okay, I F with this person, I don't F with this person. Does not mean that they will not greet you or respect
Yes.
you, but they just know that there's certain boundaries that they should not cross. So if it gets to that point, like why am I coming for a family function that they don't send my papa?
But have you also noticed that this in-laws not wanting any of the partner, most times when it is the wife's people that don't like the man, on the long run they come around.
They must come around because they like their daughter. Now,
But why is it that
should
when
I
it's
tell
from
you-
the husband
should I tell
side
you
that don't
women-
like the women,
should I tell
it stays
you-
on from generation to
Should
generation?
I tell you that women are unifiers? Women have this aura of building.
Okay.
A woman builds.
Yes.
If you put pieces together, a woman thinks of how to make something beautiful.
Yes.
You know,
Yes, we do that.
out of it. Except for cases, the only time the family of the woman might not come around is maybe when they find out that maybe along the line they are pitying. And sometimes when your parents don't want you to get married to somebody, it could just be instincts, and sometimes the instincts might be right, and sometimes it could be judgmental. When you hear people telling you that I have a problem when someone says I don't like this person because they are from this place, is a very big problem for me.
Okay.
I don't like XYZ because they are from this place, is a very big problem for me, or because of their religion, because of their this thing. But there's some people that when you take them home, or maybe when you have your children and they bring somebody, they just might be instinct. Maybe when you take it to God and pray about it, the fact that you don't agree with somebody does not mean that you have to be wicked towards them.
Yes.
I have people that I might not agree with, but does not mean that I have to be downright condescending. Does not mean that I have to be evil. Does not mean that I have to be inhumane towards you. Does not mean that I have to say bad things because I can't place. I don't have an evidence about why we don't gel just
this
yet.
tribalism thing when it comes to getting married, you know, it has always been there.
Yeah.
But I think last year's election made it worse.
No, I think last year election made it worse because of how involved everybody was.
Jesus, last
about
year's election.
And the
made
fact
it
that we
worse.
now have social media. You know, social media is so powerful.
Yeah, very powerful.
It helps you see.
amplifies
In fact, do you know that
it a
before?
whole
Do you know
lot.
what I used to tell girls? When you want to get settled with anybody,
Go through the person's
go
social
through
media
the
pages.
person's social media page. Search for men.
Yes.
Search for rape. Search for
See,
women.
search for controversial topics. Know how this person
Go and
thinks.
see their
Exactly.
think
Sit down.
pieces, so that's where you will know
whether you are getting married to an
if you are getting married to I don't know, with a broma, you will know. So you will make your decision based on it, basically.
Then, like, aside the politics thing, I've heard parents that sincerely, when they say don't marry from this place, don't marry from this place, it could be as a result of the cultures and traditions of that place.
I feel like people who say that are not exposed enough. Because I mean, if you hold a 6 now, another person can see a 9.
Okay.
You cannot stick to just what you know.
There are some
You have
cultures.
to be
There are some
broad.
cultures that are. I'm not going to mention any, but there are some cultures that are really. There are some traditions that are really inhumane
And barbaric.
and barbaric.
I said
And
something
even
earlier.
with the building of big houses, they have not changed.
And you know, I said something earlier. I said this custom and tradition whereby wicked drunk men after kai kai and big tummy.
So you wouldn't blame
under a mango tree, specifically mango tree.
You wouldn't blame a
parent
parent that is trying to tell the child.
To frustrate other people. Okay,
Yes.
prove that when this person dies, they should drink the dead body water. Like, are you not wicked? Are you not evil?
I'm trying to say this stereotype. Nollywood played a role in this stereotype.
A major role in it,
major
right?
role in stereotyping.
A major.
So let's go back to what we're saying. So you're saying you have a daughter. You would not allow your daughter in the nearest future to get married into a family that doesn't like her, or would you tell her to fight for her
I
love?
cannot tell her to fight for her love. At the fact, well, this is what I will tell her. It always goes back to life has no protocols. There are protocols, there are domino miracles. Life is all about choices.
Okay.
Whatever choice you make in this life, you're the one that have it, whether good or bad, you're the one that have it. But just know that for everything you do, there are consequences.
Okay.
So if you choose that you want to be team fight for love, anybody that gives you problem, I'll come and fight because since I'm a fighter, my head is not correct. Yes. And I always tell you that finance plays a major role. Have your money.
Yeah, that cannot be
overstated. Because the society will not stop. The society will not see. These women. In fact, it's even getting better because now we can see women inclusion in governance.
Yeah.
We can see women inclusion in strategic places. We can see women. So
even in the corporate world.
In the corporate world, we can see women, making giant strides at everything they do. Do you understand?
Yes.
But it still doesn't stop the fact that society will always box you, and that's why whenever men call women ashewo, I don't feel offended by it.
No, I don't feel offended anymore. It's
whenever I go to rent house and I say you cannot give me out because you don't know what I'm doing, It's cliche because what else do you want to say? You can not come and say you saw me standing in Transcorp with proof that I did it. Yes.
Even if you see me standing in front of Transcorp,
do you understand?
Even though regardless of us still.
Opposite.
Okay. Here you have it, viewers. For our 30 plus single ladies, please don't allow the society to pressure you. The only thing the society will do, they will be there during wedding.
They will talk.
You see that marriage, it is you and you alone. Even your mom and dad will not be there. Do not allow, take your time. There are some women that want to get something for themselves financially to a certain level before they go. So tomorrow somebody will not come and say, I made you, I did not make you.
Look at Dominic.
She took her time, whatever her reason was, but she took her time.
But you come and tell her that she does not have a child. Do you know it's not everybody that wants to have children?
Another angle too.
Some people have said that they don't want to have children. They rather be rich and divide. I've seen people and it's not them telling you because some people have said, and I stopped arguing about what people want because I'm not there.
Exactly, their bodies, their
what
decision,
rocks
their
what rock your boat might sink other people. Some people say if they are rich and wealthy, they say, see what, when I die, I give my half of my this into charity or give some to my needs. Some people don't send you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Just the way we have normal human beings, we have people, we have cycles, we have people who think far.
We really do have cycles out there.
So you just have to understand that everybody's think pieces is different, and all our experiences in life completely different. The way we see life, the view we see life. If you tell me now that you want to get married before you, and you want to give birth before you get married, it's your business.
God be with you.
I'm happy for you. If you say you want to get married and don't want baby, I'm happy for you. If you say you want to do
you want to get married and wait for 10 years before you start.
If you want to do an elaborate wedding, I'm happy for you. If you want to do a small wedding, I'm happy for you. What I will not do is be that person that wants to police your thoughts, blocks you into my own idea of a perfect life, because nobody's life at the end of this
perfect.
We're all doing. That's why I will still go back to say life has no protocols. There are protocols, there will be no miracle. God does not say do it like this. If you want, you have to do it like this. If you don't do it like this, that's why we have miracles. That's why you go and hear someone say, praise the Lord, we were 50 and only me, I came late and they gave me the job. That's not
because those testimonies
I'm not talking about I'm thinking about who said testimony or fake testimony or testimonies that are actually made to spite other people. No, what I'm trying to tell you now is that things can be done in a different way, and you can achieve a different your desired result. You don't have to box me, or I don't have to see things through your glasses before you feel like I'm living a life. Because life, a lot of us are hypocritical. We secretly love what we publicly hate.
Exactly.
The kind of things that go on behind closed doors.
True.
So I just used to just laugh because I know that all of us like, well, okay, do you see what happened about that girl that was half naked for the chief bridesmaid that was half naked?
Yeah, so
after men had bashed that, they had sworn that this girl is the person that they can never get married to in their life.
If that girl do mistake, check on her DM.
Did you see the WhatsApp messages where she mistakenly put her number? A lot of them secretly love what they publicly hate. So it's okay, like life will move on. Even you that you are bashing 30 plus ladies that they are not married, if you check some of them that are not married, maybe their girlfriend and their wife
way older than them.
Some of them are farming impression. So that Elon Musk can pay them at the end of the month or at the end of the day you'll be alright. At the end of the day you'll be alright. So sometimes when I see some comment that is well, I just laugh and say, well, God is having after God made Nigerians, he went to the backyard to laugh because like these people.
You're really a comic relief.
Serious comic relief, because if people say this is what you want to do but you are doing the other way, at the end of the day everybody will be fine. You cannot come and shame me with age. Exactly. You cannot come and shame me with fact that I'm a woman. You cannot come here prostitute to pay me. If you come here prostitute to pay me, I'll tell you because you patronize them and you know their quality. Yes. If you've tasted a particular shawarma from a particular brand and they bring that shawarma for you even when you are sleeping, like, you got this shawarma from XYZ, you're familiar with it. So you're familiar with sex workers. That's why you look at me and say I'm a sex worker. I'm not offended by it. And I'll not insult your mother and I'll not insult your sister. I'll not tell you anything. What I used to insult you in your body. Your life choices are so terrible and bad. Because they're not terrible and bad. You'll not be looking at other people and thinking that they are a reflection of your bad choices. Because they are your bad choices. That's just what it is.
Okay. It has been a very steamy session. We told you we're going to give you hot. Did we not deliver?
We did
We did.
More
And more.
topics to come.
More topics to come. So we've come to the end of this episode of Issues and Society podcast by 71 Media. Stay tuned. We'll see us next time. Same time next week. And we promise to bring more exciting juices for you. You don't want to miss out. Follow us on our
Social
socials.
media handles.
Follow us on our socials. 71 Media on Instagram, Issues and Society by 71 Media on Facebook, 71 Media on Twitter, and you can also follow our YouTube, 71 Issues and Society by 71 Media on YouTube too.
And to be displayed
Please subscribe, like, drop your comments, no matter how bad it is.
Bash me if you have.
Drop your comment. She has sacrificed herself. She has laid
And
herself like
sacrificial
a tiger generator. Drag if you have to.
I'm here.
Thank you very much for watching. Same time next week. Bye.